It's my 1 o'clock Wednesday afternoon broadcast on my YouTube channel. And this is Shirley from Shirley's World. And I have to keep my phone on because my daughter's supposed to call me. So if it rings, I have to answer it and just take a second. I didn't know what to talk about today because I don't have any boxes to open. I don't have any, I don't have a haul video. And so I didn't really know what to talk about today. So I wrote some things down that I thought may be interesting. I hope everybody saw my video that I made yesterday. I think it went on yesterday about how I organize all my things. Let me tell you, it takes me all day to record a video and then get it on, upload it to YouTube. That takes a long time to edit the video and then to get it up on YouTube. So that is one of the main reasons why I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's not even that I can start making a few dollars. That's has nothing to do with it. The main reason is when you get to 1,000 subscribers, you can use the YouTube Live button and record live from your phone. Because the only way I can record live now is from a computer, either this big desktop, my big desktop here, or my laptop in the other room. That's the only way I can record live. And it's so much easier to do this than to record a video either with the GoPro camera or with my phone or whatever, and then have it upload, edit it. You have to edit it. I edit on iMovie because that's what I have. And then you have to get it to upload on YouTube, which does take quite a while if it has any length at all. If it's over 15 minutes, it seems to take forever. So usually that's an all-day job for me to record a video. So it would be so much nicer just to record live, or not to record, to record live and have it go on immediately. Because I'm not afraid to do live videos, as you can tell. And so I have to tell you what I found out about eBay. eBay is still, well, everybody thinks this anyway, because everybody is having trouble with very slow sales. Everybody had a really horrible fourth quarter. Not everybody, but a lot of people had a horrible fourth quarter. And it's just continued on into this month. It has been tiny bit better for me, but nothing like it should be. It's not up to normal. So I watched, last night I watched a video from Flippin' Hippos. Her name is Star, and she does videos all the time. And her main thing was, is eBay dead? Is dead right now for a lot of people. And a lot of people think it's ever since that glitch happened on eBay, that glitch of when they tried to change a lot of things all at once. And all of a sudden people were getting zero sales and they had to go in and change a whole lot of things. Sizes weren't showing up on your clothing. And it's mostly with clothing sellers, of course. It's mostly with clothing sellers, not so much with hard goods and electronics and things like that. They don't seem to be having a problem of slower sales. So I don't know if they're ever going to fix this or not. Evidently, eBay's the whole eBay system is very antiquated compared to the other systems, compared to Poshmark and any of the other platforms. eBay is this is what they say. Now, you never know because eBay doesn't tell you things. eBay says everything's fixed, but it doesn't seem to be. So their system is just antiquated. They just keep trying to put patches on things that go wrong. So I don't know what's going to happen. That's one reason why I started selling on Poshmark. I would certainly like to do more on Poshmark because I certainly couldn't pay my horse's board off of what I make on Poshmark. But that's where we stand with eBay. It's just a waiting game, I guess. And there's things you can do. I mean, you have to stay active in your eBay store, on your eBay. You have to stay active. You have to keep listing, of course, which I haven't done a whole lot of this past week. I listed some things last night. I have only about 4 more things to list, and I'm out of things as far as clothes go. I'm out of clothes to list. So then I think I'll probably go shopping again, and I wanted to tell Bumblebee she'll be in here sooner or later, either afterwards or in a bit. But you can probably send me a box, a box of clothes. You can put shoes in. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, I probably need a box. I can open a box online then. And also, I'll have some things to list. But I will go shopping in the next couple days because I feel sort of frantic when I don't have any clothes to list. I have enough hard goods to list if in my closet back there. But the thing about hard goods, when you're used to clothes, when you're used to listing clothes, it becomes so easy. I mean, I have templates about clothing, all kinds of clothing, and the templates really help. But when you do hard goods, everything's different. I don't have templates for that. And it just takes longer. It takes me long enough now to list. I'm a very slow lister. So anyway, I had something happen today, which was a shame. I sold a little teacup and saucer. It's right there. It's a beautiful, fragile little teacup. Let me show you what happened. And I got it out to start packing it. This was sold on Poshmark. I got it out to start packing it, and I noticed a line over here. Do you see that line right there? Right there. Then if you look inside the cup, this is a crack. I mean, you can feel it. It's a crack. So I won't sell it, of course, like that, because I said right in the listing, there is no marks, no crazing, no cracks, no chips, which there is no chips and no crazing. It looked to be in really good shape. Now, I couldn't have missed that crack when I looked this over to list it. So this has happened somehow, either moving things around in there on the shelves, or maybe because that room back there gets so cold and this little teacup is so fragile. I don't know if there was an inner crack started and then it just came to the surface. But right away, I hadn't done the mailing label yet. So that's good. And I immediately went into Poshmark and figured out how to cancel that sale. I canceled the sale. I said they give you reasons, and one of it is because it's damaged. And then I contacted the seller right away. And I told her how sorry I was and told her what had happened. And she wrote me back a nice note that she was so sorry about it and thanks for letting her know. So I hope there's nothing else that I have to do. I think Poshmark should take care of the rest of that. They shouldn't take, no money will come out of her account for it because it hasn't been shipped. They just sent me a note. Poshmark sent me a note not to ship the item, of course. So here it is. I think it wouldn't even hold hot water. I think it would probably crack all the way. So what a shame. That pretty little teacup is, and it was an old one, an old Staffordshire teacup. But I think that's got taken care of, hopefully. So I'm going back and I'm going to check all my teacups in that room, back in that closet, because it does get cold back there. And I do have some really old, fragile teacups and things. So that's what happened with that. Now, I thought I would read something about, when my words get all screwed up. Electric Jazz Cat. Hi. Thanks for joining. I haven't seen you here before. Thanks so much for dropping by. Usually I am talking about reselling, and most other days I talk about reselling. I have haul videos or opening a box or doing what's sold videos. But on Wednesdays, sometimes it's just miscellaneous, as is today. So I had to come up with something to talk about. And I went back onto one of my old blogs. And because I do have trouble, because I'm old, I do have trouble with my words some days. Some days my words are fine. Seems to be fine so far today. Other days I stumble all over my words and I can't think of any words. That's so maddening. I remembered that I had written an article about it on my blog. I have two blogs. One's called Shirley's World, of course, and the other one is called It's Always Something. And that one deals with aging mostly. Things I'm going through that has to do with aging or has to do with problems that I have. Most of them are pretty funny. And you can get to that second blog through the first. They link to each other. So anyway, I printed it out and I thought I would just read it to you. I don't know if this is something I should do or not, but I'll try it and see if this is okay with you. Okay, this is about my words. One of the top 3 really bothersome things about aging is the problem thinking of words. When you're trying to talk, those of you that have reached this age of perceived dumbness know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're younger and don't have any idea what this is like, count your blessings and keep using your words as much as you can. It's hard to explain to someone that doesn't know. The words are there, but you just can't get your mind to reach them. The harder you try to think of the right word, the further back it goes. Then when you're least expecting it, the word that you're trying to think of an hour ago just pops in your mind. Like if I was doing a video here and I couldn't think of the names of things, maybe 2 hours later when I'm off the video, it'll just come to me. That's why it's so maddening. Where is it when you needed it? I have become very aware of this problem the past couple weeks as I try a new app online called Periscope. I was very active on Periscope for a while. And then I started doing vlogs on YouTube. And I sort of let that go by the wayside. Periscope is a live video broadcasting. People all over the world are involved. It's fun and it's very addicting. I've tried it a few times. There's no editing yourself. Your broadcast goes out on the air as you're talking and videoing with your phone. If you don't know about what it's all about, just download the free app and watch. And this YouTube Live is the same. It's the same type of thing. Anyway, doing the few I have done, I see that I have better days than other days, or maybe better times of the day than others. On the replay, I can just see and feel myself searching for the right word I want to use. It's painful. I feel like shouting, I used to be smart and articulate. Periscope is fascinating to me, though, and I'm stubborn enough to keep trying. And I'm thinking that maybe if I get more comfortable doing it, that it will be easier. We'll see. So I didn't quit Periscope because I just didn't like it. I really don't do it much because I have this. I do the vlogging on YouTube instead. But I could go on Periscope anytime and talk on Periscope too. I had quite a large following on Periscope. And I usually talked, it was before my reselling. I usually talked about, I did a lot of chicken videos. I used to Periscope a lot about my chickens and about my animals and cooking and all kinds of things that I would be doing every day. So I started to get quite a large following, and I probably shouldn't have stopped doing that. But to continue on here, I really think not being with people is having to talk makes this word search even more difficult. And I do think that because with this reselling business that I'm on now, you're by yourself a lot. I have to be active online, and there's no one here. This isn't a husband and wife venture. My husband died like 16 years ago, and it's just me doing this. So reselling is lonely. And most of your friends are on, you stumble on your words all the time. Yeah, you probably don't do it because you're old though. I know everybody has a problem once in a while. But anyway, my mind can be constantly thinking, going a mile a minute. But if you don't actually have to verbalize it in sentences, you slowly lose that ability. In my mind, I'm saying the words just fine. But as soon as I try to actually talk and say the words out loud, say the sentences out loud, that's when they just go away. I don't know what happens. I'm not sure if word puzzles or those mind exercises can help online. But I think it's the actual speaking. And those word puzzles, there was an article out about them that they're a little bit helpful, but they don't help as much as people thought in the beginning about using or keeping your vocabulary. I think maybe increasing my talking to myself and my dogs may help a little bit. It's just so frustrating. I know other people have the same problem. I've heard it when they're talking. Is there any magic answer to this? And that was my little article I wrote on that. It's called Where Are the Words? Where are my words? Where did they go to? They're in there. Sometimes they just won't come out at the right time. But anyway, I wanted to try something since people were really interested last Wednesday on my different animals that I've had. I'm going to try to do a share screen on a bunch of a folder that I brought up and saved a bunch of pictures. Hi, Thrifty Nancy. How are you? Glad to see you. Yeah, I thought I would try to pull up. I don't know if this is going to work or not. So I'm going to share my screen and try to pull up these pictures. If it doesn't work, I'll just come back to this. So let's share the screen, see what we get here. I don't even know if that's the right screen. Looks like it is. Let's see. Okay, yeah. See if I can move these pictures. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, a lot of people, I hope this doesn't make you dizzy. A lot of people were interested in my my Saint Bernard that I had, because I was talking about how much I missed him. He was such a sweet soul. I got him from a rescue when he was 8 years old. He was already 8 at the time, and he lived till he was 13 years old, which is super old for a Saint Bernard. But he was a wonderful dog. And let's see here. These are just some of my favorite pictures. This is Dexter, the dog I have now. You sometimes may see him walking through the room here, but that's Dexter. This is hard to make it go slow. Okay, here's me. This is about at least 10 years ago with one of my horses. This is Echo, the big black. He's a draft cross. And I think there's another one here of, this is me and Preacher about the same amount of time ago, because I noticed my hair looks a little blonder there. Maybe that was before I let it turn white. I don't know. I hope you don't mind me doing these pictures. These are flowers in my garden. Here's me on Echo. See, I don't ride anymore, so I know this was about, it's probably, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago maybe. There's no date on here, so I can't tell. Here's Echo. He's a sweetheart. And there's the two of them together, Echo and Preacher. In this picture, actually this picture wasn't, this is just a pretty recent picture. I think my daughter just took that within the last month or two at the barn. But let's see, chickens, eggs. Here's my one cat that her name was Pepsi. And she's the daughter of the old cat that I have now. Pepsi started to have seizures, and then all of a sudden she just wandered away, and I could never find her. So sometimes cats go away when they don't feel good, or sometimes cats wander off if they're confused. Now, she could have been confused from a seizure, but I never found her again, which was a shame because she was a super nice cat. She was a rescued barn cat, too. Now, we'll go back here. This was, okay. This was my very first pointer, the black and white pointer. His name was Rocky, and his actual paper's name was Rockford. I forget the whole thing. It's real long. He was a hunting dog. He was an L. Hugh pointer from that line of pointers. And he was my husband's hunting dog. And he died of bone cancer, unfortunately. But he was there when I got Monk. And Monk, the two of them got along together just fine. This is my house, my old farmhouse. The main part of the house is from 1850, where the part where the flag is. And then over here, the lower part was added on in the early 1900s. And then there's a part you can't see is added on to the back that is added on to the 1960s. It's like a family room. And I always figured any old farmhouse, old little farm should have a swing. So that's one of the first things I had my husband put up for me. Oh, when we moved into the house, I had him make me a wood swing and hang it up real high so it glides really nice when you ride on this swing. Unfortunately, it has to be so close to this tree. You have to be careful, but my grandkids loved it, and that's where that comes from. So I think I have another thing here. Oh, now I'm back. Let me share. I don't know. Is anybody hating this picture sharing? Because I have one other one. I can share the screen. And do the same thing. These are some of the same pictures, but some of them are different. So let me go through here. See if there's any different ones. Probably just basically the same. This I have to show you when this dog that I have now, Dexter, came to live with me. I fostered him at first. The foster called me that there was a dog down by Alliance, Ohio, that they wanted to bring into the rescue, but he needed somebody to go get him. And so I went and got him from Alliance and brought him back, and I fostered him until I decided to adopt him. He had never, ever been in a house before, okay? He had been a hunting dog. And the hunters, whoever was training him or whoever owned him before, just let him go along with another dog, evidently. And sometimes if they're not good hunters, if they become gun shy, which I can believe of this dog, they just let them go. And luckily he wandered up to a farm that had show labs. They showed black labs. And so they took this dog in right away, and they knew he was a good breed, and they called the rescue. Thank goodness. And the rescue called me, and I went and got him. Anyway, so I brought him into the house. He had no idea anything about being in a house. He wasn't potty trained, nothing. He knew about crates. He could get in his crate fine. But he had never seen a TV. And this is the first time he approached the television to look at it. And I thought that was such a neat picture that I got that on, took a picture of that. The first time he ever saw television. So that's Dexter. They're just about similar, all similar pictures. I'll leave you here with my wonderful monk. His name was Monk. And he's a great dog. And so let's see if I can get back here. Here I am. Okay, that's about what I wanted to do today. I'm going to go back and Bumblebee also. Wilma, hi. Hi. I'm just about to close. I'm sorry you didn't come on. I just showed a whole bunch of pictures, but you'll be able to see them if you go on to the replay. Yeah, I showed a bunch of pictures of my dog, previous dogs, and my horses. I have a million pictures. But I wanted to come on because this is my normal Wednesday sort of miscellaneous things to talk about. And I wanted to tell Bumblebee when she watches this to also send me another list of things to transfer from eBay to Poshmark, because I'm pretty much done with the preppy party. And I know I have some other, I can look at the parties and sort of hunt for those brands too. And I do have a list of things to do when I get up every morning as far as eBay goes to keep yourself active. I keep it on this board. And I try to go on to eBay and pull up my active listings. And with your active listings, it'll say which ones are eligible for offers. So I go on there and it'll give you a list of things that you should send offers to. So if it's possible, I won't send offers if the price is already low. But if there's some wiggle room, I send offers to watchers to those. And then, of course, I share my closet in the morning on Poshmark. And then there at noontime, there's usually a party, which I shared. It was the Zara party. And I did that. And then I go back on Poshmark, hopefully 2 other times during the day to share my closet. Sometimes it's only 1 more time. But in the evening is when I move things from eBay to Poshmark. And I need to do that. Every Monday, I refresh my whole eBay store, everything on eBay. I refresh it, and I was late doing that. I did that this morning, but I don't know what happened to me Monday. I'm supposed to do it every Monday. And if I have anything to ship, I ship it out in the evening. I put it in the bin to be picked up the next day. The postman has come and picked up. I only had 2 sales yesterday, so they picked those up, and I I would have had something for tomorrow if the teacup wouldn't have cracked. But so far I have nothing. Nothing. No sales today yet. So hopefully some will come in. And I'm going to close for now. Anybody that's not subscribed, please subscribe. You probably all are. And either like or dislike my video. Thumbs up or thumbs down, either one. And I will be back on for sure on Sunday, hopefully having something in the What Sold column. And before that, I hope to go thrifting and have a haul video sometime between now and Sunday. So I will see you then. And thanks for you guys that came on live. And thank you for anybody that comes on to the replay. Bye, Nancy. And I will be back again. Bye.